been told that you can't go on YouTube without doing a what's in your pack video. So here goes. I am not an expert. I'm not a big fan of these super titanium, mega lightweight Ninja Disco space kit. So I'm just going to show you what I take out. This is on a 3-day course, bushcraft course that I'm doing here in Mould with Woodland Classroom. And check them out. So this is my pack for 2 or 3 days. It's nothing fancy. It's an Eastern European military surplus job. I don't know much about it other than that. So looking at the top, hank of paracord, which I have, there's actually 4 lengths in here, each one probably about 3 meters long, ready cut. I have my first aid kit. I always store that on the outside of my backpack, just because then if I'm the casualty, if someone comes across you, their first instinct isn't to rummage around your pack to see if you've got a first aid kit, but if it's on the top, then they know it's there. In the top, I have my machete, only a short one. It's all you need. You don't need to go too far on it. It's a Gerber machete. Again, I don't know a great deal about it. I've had it for ages. And in the sheath, I store a little file just so I can keep it sharp, keep the edge on it. We're going to put that back in its sheath. I know a lot of people use an axe. I don't tend to cut anything smaller than my wrist, so I find a machete is a better option for me. But that's just my personal preference. So getting into the main compartment then. There we go. Again, I've got a sleep mat. So this is a military thermal inflatable mat. A wash kit, just the usuals in there. My dry kit, so in here I've got like a pack-a-mac and trousers. I always put a hot glove in here as well, like one of these silicone oven gloves. They're great for taking stuff off the fire, and also they're really good for if you're, I don't know, picking nettles or dealing with thistles and thorns. I was told that there was no trees on the course where we were camping, so I have brought my tent poles with me. They have changed location though, so I wouldn't normally have bought these, but these are actually just some old tent peg poles that I've cut down so that they're fit into the bag better. Oh, DD 3.5 meter by 2.5 meter tarp. It's a bit big. I normally use it for my hammock setup, and some pegs in there as well. And then just warm kit. It's 25 degrees here. You don't really need much, but I've got in here a base layer and also some smalls and underwear, which a lot of people say, oh, you don't need, just do a sort of lynx bath. But I tell you what, if you're out for 2 days and you get chafage from not cleaning your drawers, it's not great. Lastly, sleeping bag, nothing fancy, just a compact one, and an aluminium bowl which fits nicely in there. Then in the back, as you say, it's like Mary Poppins handbag. There's a lot of stuff you can put in this. I have a little kneel mat which I just keep in the back, and that does 2 jobs. It's great for kneeling on, sitting on, but also I put it in the back of the pack against my back, and that gives me a little bit more support when I'm walking with it. Microfiber towel, hip flask full of decent scotch is always necessary, and then a survival bag which I tend to use as a footprint. These are cheap as chips. So main compartment then, torch, one of those big boy jobs. A Crusader kit, so water bottle, plastic cup, and a Crusader cup for cooking in. Knife, fork and spoon, the usual. And then in here I've got my tinder kit. So my fire kit, this is just a little bag I made myself. I love these because you can open them up on the floor. I'll probably do a different video on these. But in here I've got a good mix of natural and man-made tinder. So I've got the usual petroleum jelly, there's a lot of silver birch in there, some jute twine, and my fire steel. And that really is everything. Then in my pocket I have an Apenol saw, which I was really dubious about buying this because it looked a bit piddly, but it's actually brilliant. Again, up to stuff as thick as your wrist, zips through it like no one's business, and it's so lightweight. And not forgetting my knife. And that's it. That's everything that goes into my bag. It doesn't include food. I am going to do another video on what I take into me with my food as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's my first video of this this type. So if you've got any questions, or you think I've missed something or should have added something, feel free to comment in the comments below.